What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So we took a little bit of a hiatus from working on the burnout truck because we were waiting for material to arrive in order to start on the super sweet headers we're going to be making for this thing. In that hiatus, we were obviously working on the Squarebody, but we're super stoked. We're gonna be doing some major fabrication now with the exhaust system. Really excited to have Vibrant on board with us. We ordered this stuff up, 304 stainless, some nice loose manageable bends. And you might be thinking to yourself, there isn't a lot of material there, so what's going on here? Well, don't really need a lot of material. The exhaust is essentially just gonna dump out of that corner. So my task is to build headers on both sides, and that's what I'm going to be doing next. Make sure you like and subscribe and keep tabs on this channel, hit that notification bell, and make dreams real. So first things first, I gotta figure out where to put this merge collector, this sweet 4-to-1 that we got. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Just kind of probably something like that. It's getting pretty simple. You know, we got our A point over there, if you will, our B point down there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a small bracket, maybe some square tubing, tack that to the frame that we had built where you may have seen the oil tank originally, and start connecting points. So let's get to it. All right, I've got my collector now tacked in place right there. Got some boogery tacks going, but no big deal because that's just gonna get cut off and grounded down nicely. Now is the brain work that has to happen. Obviously, you kind of see where I'm going with this already. These two will be headed to the back, and the fronts will probably come out, swoop around, and go down to the other two for the merge collector here. For the time being, I just gotta cut down this tube a little bit so that it could slide below here, and these two could nicely line up with one another so that they could head here to the back. And then we'll get started with everything else as well. But for the time being, I'm gonna focus on these two right now, try to see how I'm gonna connect them to the back over there, and then work on the front two. All right, so I got the pipe basically set up, the tubing for the cylinder number 5. As you can see over here, real simple. This one and the rear cylinder, cylinder number 7, is certainly gonna be the easiest ones to do, but I'm okay with that because it allows me to knock things out pretty quickly. So I'm happy about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring the TIG welder over here. I'm gonna tack these two tubes where I can remove the tape. I'll take this over to the welding table and tack it a little bit more. I'm not gonna tack it to the flange quite yet. I wanna be able to remove this tube easily, and since that tubing actually can fit inside of the flange, it's holding there just fine. For now, I'm just gonna tack these guys together, and then I'll get started on cylinder number 7. Not the easiest thing to tack from here. I got a gut in the way. So now that I have cylinder number 5 tacked up, I'm really tempted to put a tack right here just to hold it steady, but for the time being, it's pretty good. But now I'm just gonna get started on cylinder number 7, followed by 3, and then 1. So I just got cylinder number 7 done, and unfortunately I had to add a small little piece right here. Ended up cutting this piece a little bit too short. Sometimes that happens. I don't have an unlimited amount of material to just be cutting willy-nilly and saying, oh, it's all right, I'll just cut another one. That would be super nice. Really difficult to do this by yourself. You really need a third hand, maybe even a fourth. So I ended up using a hose clamp where I could to help kind of align things. You make do with what you have, and this is what we have, and this is what we're doing. So I just got done with taping up the tubing for cylinder number 3. All I gotta do is bring the TIG welder over here and tack it up. Mikey's pretty happy with it. He said it looks pretty cool. Looks bitchin', he says. But we decided to take a little bit of a different route. We were gonna go closer to the valve covers, but we decided we wanted to stick away from the valve covers. It'll be easier to take the valve covers off without having to take the headers off. But overall, I think it came out pretty sweet. All I gotta do now is, like I said, tack it up, and once that's all tacked up, that'll kind of stay in its position, and I'll be working on cylinder number 1 next, which is over here. I think it's probably gonna come something similar to this one and land right there. So keep it rolling. All right, everyone, so we got the driver's side mounted. Now I'm mounting up the collector on the passenger side. I just basically have to match it to the driver's side, then welding the collector in place, just tacking it up, and doing the rest of the pipes.
Yeah, that's what he said. So yeah, he's got this bar welded in, tacked in. We already had a vertical bar on this side, which was holding up our tank for our dry sump setup, but now that's gonna move. But he did use this bar to temporarily fix our collector in place. So now we're gonna be hopping over to the passenger side and getting our collector set in the same spot with the same angles and the heights off our floor, blah, blah. That way when he starts running his pipes, everything's gonna look the same.
Well, with the headers tacked up now, I'm gonna be taking off each one of the runners and taking them over to the welding table and get the welding table all nice and clean and start welding these guys up. But overall, pretty happy with the way that they came out. It's gonna be pretty sick when it's all said, done, and running. I was gonna fixture it, but it's basically fixtured right now. So I'll just take the runners off, weld them up, bring them back here, and then I'll end up running some welds along the header flange, taking it all off then, and finish welding it. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. I have got all the tubes for the headers welded up over here, as you can see on the table, looking like a octopus for sure. So the next step is I'm gonna be taking those tubes, putting them back onto the truck. I've already got the passenger side set in there, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do is tack up some substantial tacks on the flange, and I'm gonna do my best to weld as much as possible. We're gonna be doing that next. right, so we ran into a little bit of a snag. Unfortunately, the driver's side header flange was backwards. The flanges were installed on the motor when I went to go build the headers, and I didn't think anything of it. So in order to fix that, I can't just cut the tacks off because they're not really tacked anymore. They're pretty well welded. I put substantial welds on there as tacks so that when I pull this thing apart, it doesn't just spring all over the place. So I can't cut those out because that's basically part of the tube now, which will be cutting the tube. So essentially, I'm gonna weld this guy up, cut the center out, this guy right here, because this is the problem. This one has to be down here and this one has to be up here. I'll cut the center section out, I have another flange, and weld it onto this flange. It's really unfortunate, but we'll just have to live with it and fix it. Alright, so as you just saw there, I was cutting apart the flange on the driver's side headers. Out of an abundance of caution, I wanted to have it bolted to the spare engine that we have over here. I was killing the blades on my little sheet metal blades that I have here. Although they work really well, I didn't want to kill them all because we still need them for other projects here in the shop. But what I did is I cut the majority of the way through. I actually took the headers off this block, again, cut the majority of the way through on our vertical bandsaw, put them back on the engine, and finished cutting them. After that, I took the piece I was gonna weld, which is this right here, and I put it where it's gotta go. I die-cumed it to see where the outline is. And again, this is all out of an abundance of caution, but I decided to take the risk and unbolt one of the sides. And although it moved, it's really easy to move back around. I suppose that's because on the collector side, I haven't welded it completely yet. There are some welds there, but it's not all the way around, so there is still plenty of movement. Luckily, we also have a spare header flange, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take these headers off. I'm gonna start shaping the flange in order to get the other piece fitted in. I'll probably bolt it to the other flange, get everything lined up exactly in the same spot again, bolt it all together, and start welding that together. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So I've got the flange bolted to the other flange, as you can see. Now I just got to take this piece here and trim a little bit more off of it and put it in there, bolt it down, and weld her in. So we got the flange repaired, as you can see here. Welded up this there. So all that's left now to do is finish welding these collectors as much as I can. Obviously I can't get way up in there, but it's gonna be fine. We'll just weld as much as we can there. Take these headers, put them on the burnout truck, and that'll be it up until the exhaust tips exit out of the fenders. All right, so I just got our headers completely welded, got them installed now, but this is them and where they're gonna live. Overall went really well, other than the little hiccup with the flange. All that's basically left for this exhaust system is to get the O2s mounted. I believe we're gonna probably be running some EGT sensors for tuning purposes, and obviously making the exhaust tips come out the front fenders, and I believe Mike is gonna handle that. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and keep rocking.